Take two.
Bar and grill.
All right, so I do always start. All right, so.
I thought you were making a video of me for some reason. I'll swim over here.
No, come join us as we go to dinner. Good morning, and it's day 2 of our Canadian. You know what I missed it?
I do. I missed in your face. I have no idea what I just wrote. That thing was crazy.
Not display.
Really? Frankenstein is the best.
What's the name of this town? Just a fun afternoon in Vaughan, Ontario. Right out here. It's a little windy. Cheers. Hey. Good morning from a very windy East Lansing, Michigan. Today is Friday, November 1st, and we are about to be road tripping it up. There's the vehicle. We are ready for some road trip action. About 5 hours. Where could we possibly be going? Well, you might have saw it in the title, or if you follow us on the social media. But Emily has the day off today from school, senior year. Today's actually normally a senior skip day, but now it's a district-wide day. Actually, it's a district-wide day throughout the whole city, it seems like. But yeah, so we thought, like, well, let's have a fun weekend. We have so many friends at Walt Disney World right now, and it's kind of killing us. We looked at some last-minute airfare and didn't really want to spend $3,000 on just airfare alone. So we're going the road trip route. Liz, you ready for a road trip?
I am.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of Must See Adventures. We're heading back into the archives for this one because this is a long lost episode. When Scott said today's date was November 1st, he forgot to mention one little detail. It's November 1st, 2024, not 2025. And if you've already guessed by the title, yes, our morning road trip is taking us into Canada. We're big fans of Canada, and since Emily has never seen the Niagara Falls and had the day off from school, we figured that this was the perfect excuse for a weekend getaway. And if the weather cooperates, we're hoping to make a stop at a place that Emily has always wanted to visit, Canada's Wonderland. This episode is a little old school must-see adventures, mostly iPhone footage, lots of short clips, and a whole lot packed into one weekend. So let's hit the road and kick off this Canadian weekend adventure.
So we made a pit stop here at the En Route, and I'm a sucker for any type of rest stop vending machine lottery tickets. So I had to make sure we got some Canadian lottery tickets. Good luck there.
Thanks.
After a halfway pit stop for some coffee and a chance to stretch our legs, we made our way to Niagara. Before checking into our hotel, we figured it was probably a good idea to grab a late lunch before it got too late. There were a lot of options in the area, and my family was getting a little indecisive, and definitely on the hangry side. So I made an executive decision and picked Chuck's Roadhouse, which was just walking distance of the hotel.
We made our way for lunch, so we just did a 5-hour road trip here to Niagara Falls, and we saw on the side of the road so many stops for a place called Chuck's. Which, do you know any Chuck's?
Yes, my grandpa's named Chuck.
Ah, yes. Grandpa Elenardo is named Chuck, so we had to stop by a place called Chuck's Roadhouse. What do you think so far?
It seems like there's actually quite a few people here, which is weird because we're not eating lunch at a normal time.
Right.
So I'd say that's a good sign. Mom said that she thinks it's going to be like the Applebee's of Canada, which honestly right now we just need some food. So I think it's good, just get some food in us.
All right, Applebee's of Canada. Here we are at Chuck's. When in Canada, you gotta go with a Molson, right? Cheers, eh?
Chuck's Roadhouse really was like the Applebee's of Canada. Burgers, ribs, chicken, beer, and all the familiar bar food staples. But you know what? Everyone ate, nobody complained, and the hangry phase ended, so I'd call that a win. With lunch handled, it was time to check in at the DoubleTree Niagara before heading out to explore.
What floor are we?
16.
16. What's our room number? Something on the 16th. You look like a ghost with this light.
Oh.
Ooh.
Diamond Jim Johnson. Oh, we are renting the hotel. Stay.
Back in the room, we dropped off our luggage and the famous DoubleTree cookies while checking out our view of the falls. Even with the gloomy weather, it was still a great view, and we could spot the SkyWheel in the distance. We didn't sit around for long before making our way out to Clifton Hill, the falls' entertainment district, to see what was happening.
So there's gonna be some loud background noise here, but we are inside the Niagara SkyWheel.
Yay!
Liz, what does this remind you of?
It reminds me a little bit of the wheel we did in St. Louis with Jared and Stacy. And we also did a similar one in Chicago at Navy Pier. So I kind of feel like this is the thing lately to have a SkyWheel.
It definitely seems that way. We'll show you some sights of Clifton Hill. It's just as I remembered, like crazy museums, carnival type food, lots of haunted houses. It should be fun though, hanging out here.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's get a view of some falls
Oh, I
as
can
well.
see the falls.
How do you feel, Em? How do you feel,
I
Em?
kind of forgot I was going up with this thing. I don't know why I agreed to do it so easily. Look at the falls. But,
The falls are behind
oh,
me.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
There they are.
gosh.
There they are. Let's
Yeah,
take a
it's
look.
a cool view.
Oh yeah, I would shoot a course record at that course if we play. There's lots of mini golf here, so we'll see. But oh yeah, course record, watch out.
I've never been this far into Canada before, and I've never seen the falls, and I am very impressed. I think they're super cool looking.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing. I've been here once when I was like 3 years old, so I don't remember it. I've seen pictures, but it's a pretty amazing, huge waterfall. We've been to Taconic Falls up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan a few times and thought that that was pretty great, and it still is, but this is like much more intense and bigger and exciting.
What do you guys want to do after this? What are you thinking? You've seen a lot of this area is very touristy, very gimmicky, miniature golf, haunted houses. Is there something that's piqued your interest for something you want to try? Maybe a museum?
I was thinking maybe mini golf. Indoor mini golf sounded kind of fun. I've seen a couple of them. I just saw like a mirror maze. I don't know about that.
I've done a
Emily
mirror maze
likes
before. Those are fun.
That Ripley's Believe It or Not museum could be pretty weird, so who knows?
Next up, actually, none of the things I just mentioned. After taking in the view from the SkyWheel, we decided to head down closer to the falls for a more up-close look. As you can see, it was a pretty gloomy fall day, and since we were planning to visit the falls again later that night, and hopefully do the boat ride if the weather cooperated, we decided not to linger for too long. Instead, we did a little shopping and exploring before stopping by a local distillery.
What do you think of your cocktail is?
It looks really fun.
What's it called?
It is a Mai Tai.
Give us an initial reaction.
It's really good. I got a peach Bellini, a mocktail.
Looks tasty.
Yeah.
You want to try it or not?
Good.
A little bit of the Smoking Jacket Manhattan. I feel like I gotta have like a cool point or cigars when I have this. Cheers.
You gonna try it?
Here we are at SkipArrr's Putts or something. Pirate Putts.
Pirate Putt.
So gonna do a little indoor pirate mini golf. Sounds really exciting. Who's taking the title home?
Me.
Me! Let's
We'll
see.
see what happens.
I'm on the lookout for a courageous, swashbuckling crew. Warned, behind you you'll discover 18 treacherous holes of miniature golf that are not going to conquer themselves. But be warned, the journey will not be easy. You'll have to put your way through 18 jolly challenges to reach the treasure.
What happened on hole 3 there, Liz?
Somebody got a hole in one straight through the shark, and that somebody was me.
We got this parrot, the SkipArrr behind the bars in a cage, and what's over here?
Let me out of here! Let me out of here!
Yikes. Good in the hole.
That was pretty good.
Looks like we have to take some stairs to the 9th hole. Ooh, what might happen up there? Around 11th hole, we all have our coats, but it is mighty toasty in here. I got a little bit of a sweat going on.
That's
And I'm
just
down-
because he's nervous.
And I'm down by 4 to Elizabeth.
That's why he's sweating.
11th hole.
Because he's losing. Uh-oh.
I have to walk the plank? Oh! Approaching the 13th hole, and Liz has a 4-shot lead on me and Emily.
That's right.
It's crazy. Actually, I think I'm down 5. And so only like 5 holes to go. And the 14th hole seems to be under some kind of maiden, so it might be a free hole in one. Oh, new update. What happened then? It's been fixed? Ooh, that could be a game changer.
Oh, it's great.
Oh! Choose your own hole.
That was like a pretty cool indoor mini golf course, I would say. Yeah. Not cool in the like literal sense.
Where did the 18th hole lead you to?
A gift shop.
And what did you shoot? You don't even know what you shot.
I don't know.
Tell us what you shot. Tell us the over-under.
Let's see. So I shot, it looks like a 36, which was under by 18.
18
18
under.
under? That's like a first for me.
And then
You averaged a
let's see.
birdie a hole.
That's crazy.
How many hole-in-ones?
3 holes in one. That's wild. And then Emily got a 42, which was a 12 under. And Scott got a 45, which was a 9 under, which I guess means that I won.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Emily, how would you rate this moose?
9. His proportions are a little off, but I enjoy it.
Liz, where are you going? Access over here.
Well, that's weird.
For the next victim. Beware this castle.
After my dominant mini golf performance, we spent some time just walking around Clifton Hill, checking out the shops, seeing the lights turn on as it started to get a little darker, and all of the interesting things to do, before heading back to the hotel for a quick break.
All right, that was some fun strolling along Clifton Hill. We just wanted to get lunch, and we didn't expect that we were going to do all those things, like the wheel, the mini golf. We went down to the falls, just had a blast. But we want to get some swim time in, too. So we're back at the hotel. You actually see the big wheel from our room right here. So we're going to get a dip in. It's around 6:30. And since we had that late lunch, they're going to do a late dinner. So let's swim and have some dinner. Fun day. We're in the pool, and it's kind of cool. So it's got like these tiers. So we're in the top tier.
Levels, you know? Like, sometimes you just want levels. I don't know if you're a Seinfeld fan, you know? Just put levels in your apartment.
Definitely the levels. I
Kind of
get
how
you.
the pool is.
Yeah, I get you. So we're on the top level, which is 5 feet. And this bottom level, you can kind of see that right there. Don't want to put other people necessarily in their swimsuits on video. But that actually goes to 4 feet, but it has like not zero entry, but you got some small
A
steps.
gradual entry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the way we went in, because Liz tried to come in this one first, and it was just too ice
So
cold.
it's just 5 feet deep all across.
You have to commit, basically, right off the
That
bat.
was too big of a commitment.
Yep, so we went to the smaller one first, gradually made our way in. Once I was waist deep, I was like, I think I can do it. I still actually haven't fully gotten in. Emma's the only one that's done it.
It's gone under, yeah.
I had been splashed by a kid doing a couple dives, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, great pool. Hoping to hit that hot tub back there. You can kind of see it right there. Hoping to get that hot tub, warm up a little bit before dinner time. So this is what I mean about the levels, right? So it goes around the top level, and then you got this lower level right here. They're making their own waterfall. Niagara Falls. We are back, and we are getting ready for dinner. Still looking at that wheel behind us. It's bright. It is bright in this room. Emily asked, is that going to be on all night? I mean, we do have curtains we can close for sure. But that was a great pool session. We did finally get to the hot tub. It was funny. There's this lady in there from Syracuse. If she's watching, she probably will never watch the show in her life. But hello, lady from Syracuse. And she's like, oh, the bubbles feel so good. She said it in the hot tub. And like, we all kind of looked at each other and like, I don't think the jets are on. And she's like, oh, the jets are so good. And like, we're like team no jet. We like it just being calm and relaxing in the hot tub. And if people want to put the jets on, that's totally fine. But it's just funny. We're like, I was at least thinking like, she's crazy. Like there are definitely no jets on. She's like, it feels so good in your back. And then someone with her, maybe a significant other or a partner of some sort, walked by. I was like, hey, do you want me to turn on these jets? And she's like, they're on. He's like, let me prove it to you. And then the jets went crazy. It was just kind of funny because I was thinking that the entire time. Anyway, that was a lot of information. But we did get to the hot tub. It was nice. The pools were nice. Now we're dressed and it's time to go to dinner.
If you know Scott, you know that pizza is basically a food group. So finding a family-owned wood-fired pizza place that also served great Italian dishes felt like a win for everyone. Antica Pizzeria and Ristorante was a great choice for dinner. And afterward, we made our way back to the falls to see them lit up at night before calling it a day.
New alien invasion is an out-of-this-world experience for a down-to-earth price. Purchase your tickets or save with the Clifton Hill Fun Pass.
Well, that was a fun first day of weekend getaway randomly in Canada. Liz, what you about to do to wrap up the night?
Well, I was just gonna sit for a bit, maybe scratch some of these Canadian lottery tickets that we picked up earlier. Maybe eat one of these cookies that they gave us here in the hotel room.
That's the DoubleTree thing they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, hotels, so many hotel options around here. And since we booked this, like, not even, like, 12 hours before the trip, like, we found
last night, right?
Yeah, found a DoubleTree. What do we want? Be close to the falls, Clifton Hill area, check. Wanted to be having an indoor pool, which we got
And
that.
a hot tub. And theirs looked pretty nice compared to some of the others.
And we also wanted a fair price because, like, we're going to be out and about.
Yeah, we
and
weren't going
stuff.
to spend a ton of time in this room.
So-
But the room seems pretty comfortable, pretty good size. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna call it a day here. It was a fun day. We did about 13,000 steps, and we drove in the car for 5 hours. So
It's a long day.
long day. Excited.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, excited to see what happens tomorrow. But dinner was good. We split a pizza and the pasta and that cheese bread. I thought it was really good.
It was really good. And I think it was good because it wasn't like too much food. Still pretty filling, but it wasn't too bad.
Exactly. So we're gonna get some rest because we are tired. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Hey, it's day 2 of our Canadian weekend adventure. Day 1 was a lot of fun with Clifton Hill, Niagara Falls, the drive. The drive was great too. Today I think we're going to make our way around Lake Ontario, make our way over to the Toronto area. Canada's Wonderland, not ideal for November 2nd, but it's the last day of their Halloween stuff, even though it's November 2nd. Emily, in particular, has always been kind of fascinated with Canada's Wonderland, kind of curious what it's about. Obviously, like, we're not going to be doing, like, coasters in 45-degree weather, but it could be fun to just see what it's about and maybe explore our way to Toronto. So should be another exciting day, but I'm kind of hungry. Let's get a little bite before we hit the road again. So we're here at Tim Hortons, which we go to a lot in town, but what do we got in this Timbit pack today?
We got a 10-pack of Timbits, and we went with 5 chocolate glazed and 5 birthday cake. I think the sprinkles of these look super cute, and they look better than back home.
They do actually look really good. We get these a lot back home, and they honestly kind of look better.
A lot every time we go to Tim.
We just left the fine establishment of
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
We do have a few still in town in Lansing where we live. We used to have a ton of them for a while, and a bunch went out of business. And their prices have gone up a ton in the States, at least where we're at. So we were really surprised. Scott's like, what did you even order, when he heard how much it was? I'm like, what we always get. I each get an everything bagel with cream cheese and bacon, and then some Timbits and a drink for each of us. And back at home when I order this, it's normally like, what, $45, wouldn't you say, Scott? $40?
No, I would. It depends. I think it's like 35-ish normally. Like sometimes Emily has a friend when we get in, and then it
Maybe.
goes up to like 42
It seems
or
like,
something.
I think they ring it up differently too every time, depending on who rings up your order. So it kind of ranges. But anyway, it was $19 and some change.
I saw $27 up there. I'm like, well, is that Canadian dollars that you just paid $27 for? And Liz was like, yeah.
Yeah, I checked my phone app, my wallet afterwards to see how the charge came through, and it was under $20 for all of that. The exchange rate is definitely favorable as an American here in Canada, so it's a good place to visit.
Yeah, so we're on our way to, I think it's like Vaughan, Ontario is where the Canada's Wonderland outside of Toronto. But we're in, what's this called? Like Old Niagara or
It's
something?
Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Niagara-on-the-Lake. Old Niagara. Where did I come up with that? But we're doing some Canadian country driving right now in the country fields, and going to see if we can find their historic downtown, see if there's anything there before we make our way.
Just checking stuff out.
As we drove through Niagara-on-the-Lake, we couldn't help but slow down and take it all in. The downtown area was absolutely charming, with tree-lined streets, historic buildings, and many cute boutiques and cafes that instantly made us want to come back and explore on foot. Niagara-on-the-Lake is one of the oldest towns in Ontario, dating all the way back to the 1700s, and you can really feel that history just driving through. Even though this was just a quick drive-by for us, we really loved what we saw and immediately started talking about coming back, possibly that evening. And then we spotted a sign for Niagara-on-the-Lake, Canada's most haunted town, Ghost Walks, which officially sealed the deal. Ever since we did a ghost tour with our friends Jared and Stacy in Franklin, Tennessee, Emily has been all in on ghost tours, and this feels like the perfect place to plan our next one. So while we were just driving through for now, we just knew we had to make a visit later today. Before leaving, we spotted a golf course right along the shores of Lake Ontario, which gave us the perfect excuse to get out of the car and snap a few photos before making our way towards Toronto.
We made our way to Canada's Wonderland, and to our surprise, to me at least, there are a lot of people here.
There are a lot of people here.
The parking lot was full. Oh, look at this. They're still celebrating. Today's like their last day of like
Halloween.
full like park operations / Halloween. They do stuff in the winter, but I think they like close for a couple weeks so they get set up for like the holidays and things like that. But we might be the only like day guests. I think everyone here is a pass holder. But yeah, we'll walk around, check it out. Should be a pretty fun afternoon. Let's take a little stroll on the carousel, shall we? Woo! Woo!
To our surprise, most of the attractions were actually open. We did a few things together early on, but Emily was eager to take on some of the epic coasters that the park is known for. Scott definitely wanted to ride, but a lot of the coasters have pretty strict safety and restraint requirements, and he wasn't able to meet them. Hey, there's always next time. That didn't slow Emily down though, as she had an absolute blast checking out the coasters.
Tell me about Yukon Striker.
Okay, so it was super cool. I have known about this for a while, like ever since it was like a brand new coaster, because I watched a video about it when I had a very big phase about roller coasters. And so I was super excited to finally be able to ride it in person. It starts with a 90-degree drop into a loop, and you're just going crazy. You're going super fast. At one point you stop and then start going again. And it was very fast, very cool, and I had a great time.
I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. No, no, no. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. Love me nice. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ting, ting, love me nice.
While Emily took on some of the coasters, Scott and I wandered around and checked out the fun Halloween decorations and themed areas throughout the park. Overall, we found the park to be really enjoyable, definitely better than your average amusement park. Somehow, though, we ended up trapped in the kids section of the park. I'm not kidding. We kept going in a giant circle and could never find our way out. At least there were plenty of Halloween festivities happening there, including Peanuts character dance parties and sing-alongs.
Speaking of costumes, I see some of you have some cool outfits on today. Does anyone want to raise their hands and tell me what they're dressed as? To come alive with my ghostly friends in their costume disguise. They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
There are monsters roaming far and wide. We caught on in a flash the monster mash.
We did the monster mash. It's creepy and it's kooky, mysterious and spooky. It's all together rookie, camp spooky Halloween.
Trick or treat!
Let's do the time warp again.
So we're here in Planet Snoopy. Why did I say Plant Snoopy? Because there's all plants around. Yes. So Planet Snoopy. Did you buy anything here?
We did. So right now they have a 75% off all non-consumable merchandise. So
I like how you said the non-consumable, because that is the
what
key.
they say. So we got a Snoopy. There's 2 more identical ones in the bag, and this guy is normally $25. We got 3 Snoopies plus a beach ball for later, all for less than one original Snoopy would be.
What a deal.
What a deal.
After some shopping and exploring, we finally found our way out of Planet Snoopy. Can you believe it? Before heading for the exit though, Emily wanted to sneak in a few more coaster rides, so we hung around for a bit and grabbed a snack. And no, we did not go to Tim Hortons again, even though there was one right here in the park.
I present to you.
What do you present?
I'm trying to hold it.
Hold it.
A foot-long hot dog. We've been to Niagara Falls, and now we've been to Canada Wonderland Falls.
I'm not sure if this waterfall has a name or not, but
I don't know.
we couldn't get a park map, so we're kind of just winging it.
Right? I seriously think we're the only day guests here. We're the only non-pass
We
holders here.
might be.
We're standing in front of the Leviathan. How was it, Em? Initial reaction?
It was super fun. I actually got a little nervous standing in the line because I saw how tall it was. And it's a lap restraint, like not a, because it doesn't go upside down.
Yeah.
So I got a little nervous. But then I ended up sitting next to this very nice, like, younger girl. And she was like, is it your first time? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh, it's super fun. And so that kind of calmed my nerves and I had a good time.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, 300 feet.
Yeah, pretty tall. She said it was
91 miles per hour.
It's the tallest one here. So
Awesome, you conquered it.
I did.
So how was the wildebeest or wild beast?
They call it the wild beast for a reason. I'd say it was scarier than Leviathan.
Really?
I feel like I could throw up right now. My thighs are bruised, my arms are bruised. I was like, at one point I just started laughing maniacally because I couldn't believe what I gotten myself into.
Were there like a beast? Like, was there like an animatronic or something? Or?
No, you're just going with the track. Every second you're like,
It's wooden?
Oh,
yeah,
headbanging?
it goes really fast. I should not have picked a car in the back.
Oh, you got to pick where you was at?
Yeah, I'm glad I survived.
Wow, well we are too.
Did you have a partner?
No, it's just from me and myself, so I didn't have anyone to cushion against, you know? Just
Yeah.
me and this thing. They make you wear a seatbelt and a lap bar, and that lap bar dug into me, and I just like braced for impact every time we went down a hill.
Well, here we are. We're leaving Canada's Wonderland. Emily, something that's been on our list for a while, right?
Yeah, we watched a few videos like years ago, because I've always been interested because I like 2 things, Canada and roller coasters.
Well, you like more than 2 things,
Well,
but you like those 2 things.
I like those 2.
Yeah. And I say it lived up to the hype, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would say I had a great time. We weren't even here for like ridiculously long.
Yeah,
but I had a great time.
We're like in the parking lot, so we're getting separated here, but we're here for about 4 hours on November 2nd. Glorious weather in Canada today. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I will say this park is really meant for thrill junkies and little children. But at the end of the day, we had a lot of fun. Lots of roller coasters and rides and great weather. It's a fun afternoon in Vaughan, Ontario here at Canada's Wonderland.
After our fun day at Canada's Wonderland, we made the 90-minute drive back to Niagara-on-the-Lake for dinner at the Epicurean. There are so many great dining options in this town, and just about every spot had long waits and limited parking. But luckily, we were able to snag a reservation. The Epicurean turned out to be the perfect choice. It had a cozy, intimate feel, but with a modern touch, serving up Mediterranean-inspired dishes that really hit the spot. Unfortunately, we did have to rush a little through dinner because, you guessed it, we had a ghost walk tour planned right afterward.
We are about to do a ghost walk down in Niagara by the Lake.
Oh yeah.
The website said this is Canada's most haunted town, so I'm hoping to learn some cool history, maybe find
Hopefully
some
nothing
ghosts.
too scary.
Hopefully not. It's pretty dark outside, a little chilly, so
It'll be good
we're
when we get
setting the
walking.
scene. We're setting the scene.
Yep. We booked our tour for the ghost walks online, and the check-in process was super easy. You just showed up, gave your name, and you were all set. Similar to the ghost tour that we did in Franklin, this one was a guided walking tour with a group of about 20 to 30 people, led by a host who shared haunting stories about the town and some of its historic buildings and homes. We found this tour to be really interesting and quite enjoyable, with great storytelling and a lot of fascinating history about Niagara-on-the-Lake. A big part of that was our incredible host, who went by the name the Black Widow. She too played a role into some of the stories she shared. This tour took us through downtown, into some of the residential neighborhoods, and even to a gazebo near Lake Ontario. If you're into haunted storytelling, local history, and a nighttime walk through town, we can't recommend this ghost walk tour enough. We did see some younger families on the tour with us, so we'd say that it's mostly family friendly, as the guides make an effort not to be overly scary.
Is the Royal George. It is the oldest theater in Niagara. You see, after the War of 1812, someone finally went, hey, is it the best idea to have the capital of Canada so close to the States? So we lost that title to York, Toronto. We were the first in Canada to do public executions by hanging. And we were the first and only town ever in 1801 to hang a woman for poisoning her husband. What a novice, she got caught. Oh, Mary Osborne was her name. Mary London was her married name. And girls, had I been around then, I would have helped her. He wrote the book Dead Zone. And of course, it was popular. So they decided they'd make a movie, and they were scouting to make the movie in 1983 here in Canada. And to our surprise, we didn't think they would ever pick our town. Producers liked our town so much, they said no problem, and built this for us and gifted it to us when they left. But this is not that gazebo.
After our fun but chilly tour, most of downtown was closed, aside from a few lounges and an ice cream shop called Cows. I mean, why not try Canada's best ice cream on a cold night, right? It was a pretty perfect way to wrap up a really fun day.
Who knew that we'd run into Canada's best ice cream, Cows?
Here in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Ooh. Got a birthday cake cookie dough. What do you got?
Peanut butter, just
cup?
peanut butter cup. And I've got an apple pie.
Seems pretty good.
I took a bite. Spooky good. I took a bite. I enjoy it.
Hello and welcome to day 3. We are back for our final day of this weekend extravaganza, and we got an extra hour today. You know, it was a weekend plus one because the time change happened, which is not my favorite thing, but hey, when you're on a weekend getaway, that extra hour helps, especially when you wrap up day 2 going to the casino, which is down this way. You're probably not going to see it through this window. Actually, that's the Skylawn, excuse me. And the casino is right over there. Hold on. Can we see the casino? Yeah, you can kind of catch a glimpse of it right there. So we wrapped up the ghost tour yesterday, which is a lot of fun. We did a ghost tour in Franklin with our friends Jared and Stacy. How you guys doing? And that was a lot of fun. It got Emily like on this weird craze of like ghosts. We ended up doing like the ghost tour, then we went to cemeteries and all that. Then we went to Detroit, we went to a cemetery there. Like it created this weird ghost thing. Emily, do you want to talk about it? What's like your ghost craze all of a sudden?
Okay, so I've known a little bit about ghost hunting before. I've watched a few videos about like, oh, we're gonna go to this haunted place, let's find some ghosts. So I know a little bit about the equipment these ghost hunters, so to say, use. And so I kind of want the equipment, but it's pretty expensive. I'd have to spend over $100 for some equipment. And I don't even fully believe in ghosts. I just think it's like the thrill of it, you know?
It's interesting.
Yeah, but my friends, I'm kind of getting my friends to also want the equipment. So maybe we pool our money and we start a little ghost club. But
Ghost club, okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, so we did the ghost tour yesterday, and I thought the character was more into it. It was like more of a like funny story where she was the Black Widow, and she was funny. She had this like walking stick and this lantern. What did you think, Liz, of the Black Widow?
I thought she was pretty fun. It was definitely different because the one in Franklin that we did, they took it very seriously. They were very like, this is all real. We've researched this, you know, very fact-based. Whereas this was a lot more fun. Like she was in character, had funny stories, didn't take herself too seriously. So I felt like that kind of had a completely different vibe than the last one we did.
For sure.
And
Any favorite moments at all?
My favorite was probably when we went out to the gazebo by the lake, just because I wasn't expecting it. The one in Franklin was all just downtown businesses, and they took us like way out on this tour. Like we walked all the way down the street to the edge of the water. There was a gazebo. We looked at a fort out on the water, and I just thought it was cool because we went like in the back part of the town, not in like just the main street.
But we're packing up here, had a fun morning swim. We're gonna go see these falls, these mighty falls. They're somewhere around there. That's the American. We can't really see the Canadian falls from here, but we're gonna go see some falls. I got some shadows on my face. Let's go check it out, explore some more. One more thing before we check out, and there's gonna be some glare because I'm on the window here, but you can see the view of Clifton Hill, the big wheel, another casino down there, and you got the falls obviously to our right. But from a distance, when I'm getting ready in the morning, I was like, that looks like Spaceship Earth to me. I said this yesterday to Elizabeth. And like that road up there, that's the border. And you can actually see a bunch of cars like just stopped on there right now. Those are people going into America right now, into Buffalo. And I was like, that looks like a monorail track. So when I see cars driving up there when they're not stopped, I feel like there's a monorail track and that Spaceship Earth from the distance. And then today Emily was like, Dad, that kind of looks like Spaceship Earth up there. So, is it just me and Emily? Are we weird, or do you see it too, my Disney fans? Let me know in the comments.
Before heading back home, we had one more must-see activity planned, the Niagara City Cruises boat ride, which takes you right up close to the falls. Once we arrived at the falls a couple days ago, we had been a little worried about the weather and didn't purchase the tickets for this excursion in advance. But today turned out to be a beautiful day in Niagara, so we went ahead and purchased tickets that morning. We left the car in the hotel and made the short walk over to Clifton Hill for breakfast before our cruise. There were a few options to choose from, and we even put our name on the wait list at the Clifton Family Restaurant. But again, being in a bit of a time crunch, we decided not to risk it and went with a familiar favorite, good old Tim Hortons. Sure, we can get it back home, but this location was huge and it looked really nice. So of course, we had to check it out, you know, for research.
Today I got a farmer wrap with bacon.
How's it gonna be, I wonder? Can you show us the inside? Got some egg and hash brown and bacon and cheese maybe? Mm-hmm. How is it?
Thumbs up.
I went with my usual of everything bagel. Today it looks like I have a top and bottom, unlike yesterday where I had two bottoms.
That was kind of funny. And I think mine also looks to be a normal everything bagel. We got some good Tim's coffee. Em's got the Canada sweatshirt. We're ready.
There's Spaceship Earth again. We're getting ready for our falls tour. We're gonna get all misty, right?
Maybe. I'm a little nervous because it's a little chilly out and I'm sure the water is pretty cold, but it should be fun.
I'm pumped.
We purposely chose today because it was a clear day. It's a little warmer out of the 3 days we've been here, so super excited for it. But we're gonna go to those falls right there into the horseshoe in just a little while. Let's see how it goes.
Yay.
What's that behind you, Emily?
The bridge back home to the United States. I thought that the Spaceship Earth kind of looking thing was a balloon, like the, I don't know what it's called these days, but the Characters of Light or whatever,
yeah,
down in Disney Springs. And it's starting to take off, and my theory was correct. It is a balloon just like that, but not as fun painted.
ready to go out on the Niagara City Cruises tour of the falls.
Oh yeah, I can see the spaceship Burp flying in the air behind you.
We've got the up in the air. There's a nice bridge back to the United States. And then we've got the 2 different falls right here. So I'm getting excited, but a little nervous about the mist. I'm still a little nervous.
We'll see what happens, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful day for
It
a
is
boat
a beautiful
ride.
day.
Life jackets are stored in a labeled storage lockers located throughout the boat. The instructions on how to wear life jackets is also clearly labeled in the storage lockers. Life rafts are located at the stern of the boat.
And that's the bridge back to Buffalo. Or to Niagara, whichever. Actually, that only goes one way, so. Nice, smooth sail.
Far to the left of the Hortons Falls and is located between Prospect Point and Luna Island. According to scientific study and historical research, it has been concluded that the Niagara Falls will eventually transform into a succession of descending rapids due to natural forces of erosion. The high flow rate of water causes the fall of large sections of bedrock from the American Falls, which is composed of soft shale and limestone. Though the height of the American Falls is higher than the Canadian counterpart, no daredevil ever preferred to go over the
rocks down there.
All stunts were performed from the Canadian Clifton Falls, which is more popular with its immense water flow rate and shape. The height of the American Falls stands at 180 feet or 56 meters high. Its crest line 1,075 feet or 228 meters high. Its water flow is 75,000 gallons or 8.
You feeling any miss them?
Biggest waterfall in the world for volume of water flowing at an average of 750,000 gallons per second. Niagara Falls' interesting facts include the white foam floating on the water is dissolved limestone and is created naturally due to the massive erosion forces of falling water. The height of the Canadian Falls is 170 feet or 52 meters. The estimated crest line is 2,200 feet or 670 meters wide, and the depth of the river at the base of the falls is 184 feet or 56 meters deep.
Wow. We're approaching the Canadian Falls. It's about to get pretty wet in here. And pretty spectacular, if I don't mind saying so. Here we are, approaching the Canadian Falls. Woo!
Let's keep it way up there. It's getting a little chubby here. I didn't think the river would be that deep.
How deep is it?
I think it's like 100 and something feet, 180 feet. But like rivers are usually not very deep.
I'm just gonna hold on now.
Is it a little misty?
I see a rainbow. See the rainbow, Andy?
I do. What do you think, I love it.
We are getting blasted right now. It's probably showing on my face. It is, I feel like I'm on a crazy water ride right now, and it is incredible. I love it. We are getting soaked all over the place. We are very wet, and it's awesome.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting to like face full of water. And my feet are so wet. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen.
It's very wet.
But it's super wet.
It is very, very wet. I can't tell you what's happening right now, but I think the worst is over. I think we survived. We're heading back to the dock. I don't know if you can tell by this, but it is very wet. Right, Emily?
Yeah.
A little wet out here.
You're still dry.
Yeah.
Not bad. Going back over that? I think we're just turning around. Just like going back to the dock. My
Well, it's very windy. I think the worst is over.
I think we're heading back now.
It is so cold and so wet, but I'm so happy.
I feel really alive right now. So alive. Yeah, it's really refreshing.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're just wet, right? I know we checked out of the hotel room. We'll probably go to the restroom and change there. We'll get some dry clothes on for our drive home and any other stops we make on the way home, but so worth it.
That was really worth it. It was really cool. That was like just a full-on shower.
Gallons of water, so like.
That wasn't mist. That was a shower.
Widespread. I think the pool would feel warm right now.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I don't know, maybe regret it. I never really felt that cool.
The sky just looks so nice.
We probably were one of the spots for optimal wetness.
Probably. I don't know, man. I felt like everyone was getting wrecked. Because I couldn't tell which direction it was ever coming from.
I couldn't either.
Look at that bird. We're just getting off, and everyone's bottom half of their pants are all soaking wet. Yeah.
Your shoes are full of water. The arms of your shirts are wet.
It's the shoes for me is the worst. I just told the girls, it feels like we just got off of Disneyland's Splash Mountain or Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is what it's called now. Still looking forward to trying that soon. We got to get out to Disneyland. Actually, we haven't even done Walt Disney World. Maybe in a few weeks we will. But yeah, it just feels like we're on a flume ride. That's how wet we are. But it was a lot of fun.
It was really fun.
So
I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really loved it.
they need those like dryers that they have. Like we saw at Canada's Wonderland, where you just go in, put $5 in, and boom, it blow dries you. That's what we need right now. Right. So we're gonna go through the elevator and get back, and we'll talk to you soon. We have wrapped up the Falls cruise. We're walked back to the hotel, which we got right here somewhere. Hey, hello hotel, you're way up there. And luckily, like, we had a place where we could change easily.
It worked out really well that we did this right before we left. Maybe also if you were going to be staying, doing it when you're planning to go back to the hotel, because we still had some extra clothes left in our suitcases, so we were able to change into some dry clothes for our long drive home.
Great way to wrap up the trip. We might make a stop on the way, stretch our legs out a little bit. I really wouldn't mind stopping at a Starbucks for a souvenir, if you know what I'm saying. So we shall see where our next adventure takes, but awesome time in Niagara Falls. Really enjoyed it.
I really liked it. It was a great idea, Scott.
Yep, and the DoubleTree. I mean, DoubleTree isn't like my top brand choice, but Liz, you found a great deal at hotels.com, right?
And the hotel was nice. It was clean. The pool was nice.
Yeah.
The lobby area was really nice. I thought compared to some of the other places, it seemed more basic hotel. It looked a little bit more themed. And it was nice. I think for the price, I would have stayed here again for sure.
Right, and we're about a 10-minute walk to
Clifton Hill.
So it was $25 to park here, but if you're going to park closer to Clifton Hill, it's going to be like another $10. And I mean, I think it was fine. It was a safe, secured lot, and the walk wasn't too bad at all.
It wasn't a bad walk at all.
So let's
Especially if you're used to Disney, this is like nothing.
Exactly. So finally dried off, comfortable, and there's a weird alarm going off. So I think that means time is to wrap up this video and hit the road.
On our way home, we made a stop in Brantford, Ontario, grabbing a bite to eat at a place called The Works Craft Burgers. Based on a little online detective work, I figured that this was a solid spot for poutine, and we couldn't leave Canada without getting some before crossing back into the US. Turns out, The Works offers several different kinds of poutine, along with great burgers, milkshakes, and a pretty fun way of serving their bottomless drinks.
What you got there, Em?
Just some Pepsi.
We're having some Canadian poutine.
How was it?
This poutine is poutine-licious.
Wow.
We're in Brantford, Ontario here, where we're at The Works Craft Burgers and Beers. Emily, you love mushroom and Swiss burgers. What did you get today?
I think it's called the Magic Mushroom Melt. And so it's mushrooms, onions, and cheddar cheese on a burger.
Wow, so you think you like this better than the Swiss, maybe?
I think maybe, we'll see.
All right, we'll find out. Oh man, they got some kinks playing right now. I went with something called a war pig. And this thing is massive, loaded with mushrooms and barbecue sauce and bacon. While I got my 2-cup pop here. Here we are outside The Works. We ended up not going to Niagara-on-the-Lake because it was about 30 minutes out of the way.
By the time you go 30 minutes one way, it's an hour, so.
Super cute town that I want to see again, but maybe on another trip, we will.
We'll definitely have to make another trip.
Yep, so we just made our way, got some lunch at The Works. Huge burgers, great poutine. giant milkshakes, which we decided to pass on.
Yeah, we
but,
did not get those.
But we got
for a long drive.
Exactly. We got about 4 hours to get home, and I think we're just gonna call this the end of the video. Maybe we'll take a little clip of us coming back to the United States. But fun weekend.
Thanks for following along.
Yeah, fun weekend. I can't wait to do it again. I love traveling with these two, and can't wait to share more adventures with you on Must See Adventures. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Hey, it's Future Scott here. I'm finally dry. 14, 15 months later, I am finally dried off from that Niagara cruise. That was a lot of fun. I know the audio was kind of crazy in there. We had our iPhones and, it was a lot of water, as you saw. But thanks for watching that episode. That was a long lost episode. It was fun to share that with you 15 months ago. So it's good to go through some content. Oh, hold on one second. Got to drink out of my new Starbucks mug here. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. New series coming up. It's wintertime. You know what I think of in the winter? It's mid-January. What do I think of? I think of summer trips. I'm already wanting to plan our 2026 summer trip. So why not share our summer trip from 2025? So that's our next series. Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line. Going to sail the original Disney Cruise Line ship, the Disney Magic, with a lot of friends from the BRS podcast. That's going to be a lot of fun, so join us for that series. Thanks again for watching this episode. It was a lot of fun to share with all of you, and we'll see you next time on Must See Adventures.